Watch and burn.
Hey everyone, so tonight I want to discuss... Oh shit, I can't remember when this movie came out. I think it's around 2014, 2015, give or take, and that is The Den. Now this is a total screen life film. For anybody that's not familiar with that term, screen life simply means that this movie is going to take 100% place in front of a computer screen, essentially. And that's exactly what this movie does. It is the story about a girl by the name of Elizabeth who gets a grant from a university to do some sort of social media online discussion, sort of meeting strangers thing. I'm guessing she's going to school for anthropology. I'm not sure if that's ever made clear in the movie, and I just don't remember, but she must be going to school for anthro, because that is the study of people. Ironically enough now, everybody I've ever known, the two people that I'm thinking of that went to school for anthro, they did it under the guise of because we love people, but they were both assholes. They never had any friends. So that's what I always think of whenever I think of people going to school for anthropology. I always think of the people I knew and how they weren't people, you know? They weren't people persons. Yeah, so her sister's name is Lynn. She just had a baby. Her boyfriend's name is Damien. He's constantly trying to get together with her, but she's like, dude, I can't, I gotta work, I gotta research, and her research is hanging out on chat sites, like The Den, otherwise known as, Chat Roulette or Omegle in reality. And it's just her talking to strangers. But what happens is, along the way, she meets a girl named Brienne from England, and it's just sort of innocent. Brienne's cool, her boyfriend's cool. They're like, yeah, see you around, and they don't talk to each other again. You forget all about that. And then she meets this girl whose camera doesn't work, and it's just a photo of her. And she says, look, my camera's broken, can we talk? And that's when the movie really begins. Once she makes contact with this picture person, that's it for her. She's been selected as the next person that will be hunted for the game that inevitably they're putting up on some kind of red room, I think. The mythical red rooms. For anybody that doesn't know what a red room is, it is this legendary place on the deep web or the dark web where you can pay to see people being tortured and killed. Now, do they exist? They probably do, especially for the excessively wealthy, like, the Jeff Bezoses of the world that want to watch a slave boy be tortured to death. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if uber wealthy people like him were paying for the privilege of watching people being tortured and murdered. It just wouldn't surprise me at all. But nonetheless, that's what happens. And the movie's cool because, like I said, it's all done 100% through the screen, and you see shit like going on around her and behind, and the bad guys are wearing this really off-putting mask that sort of, kind of at a glance, always reminded me of the baby's face from Combat Shock. I don't exactly know why that is. They don't really look alike, but that's what it always reminded me of. But anyways, yeah, so she is just systematically hunted. She goes to the police, says that the girl whose picture she has been talking to, they sent her a video of her being murdered, and the cops like, look, we don't have time for this. Then her boyfriend, Damien, just vanishes, and the cops are like, we still don't have time for this because there's no proof of any kind of foul play. One thing leads to another. Her sisters disappeared, and they just systematically destroy her life before abducting and destroying her. And that's exactly what happens. And the movie concludes with someone in their home pulling out a credit card to sign up to watch her being stalked, tormented, and slaughtered. So, the movie's cool. It's fast. You're in and out in less, I think. I think technically it's less than an hour 20. The acting is awesome. The story is fun. It's, on one hand, you could argue very basic, but because it's executed with such style and such attention to detail, and it feels like the filmmakers wanted to make this movie. It wasn't just sort of like a paycheck opportunity where they're like, yeah, what the fuck, I'll direct it. Guess I'll produce it. Yeah, why not? It feels like everything has been put here for a reason. And like I said, the performances are great. It's scary. This movie, it happens fast. It feels like Elizabeth starts, she gets the grant, boom, she loses the grant when the sex between her and her boyfriend are sent to all the board members. Somebody, of course, recorded her. Now, here's the thing. If you're going to have sex, that's cool, but just like turn your laptop around. Or better yet, put a piece of electrical tape over the webcam. Or better yet, if you're going to have sex, turn it off altogether. I'm so tired of people acting surprised when, they leave their whatever social media account running, like the camera up, and somebody recording something as they do something really stupid that ends up wrecking their lives. Well, don't do that. It's that easy. You're gonna rob a bank? Don't put it on Instagram. Fuck. You know what I mean? You're gonna have sex with some skeezy person that's gonna blackmail you or some shit? Make sure their Instagram isn't running. Fuck, I don't know. It's not that difficult. But yeah, this movie's awesome, and I do feel bad for her losing the grant. But like I said, just turn your fucking laptop off. But look, I am gonna stop talking about this movie. It's almost been 6 minutes. So thank you for hanging out with me for actually now a little over 6 minutes, while I discussed the movie The Den that I think came out around 2014, give or take. Like always, if you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. But please, most importantly, don't forget that the world is a better place because you are in it. Like always, I'm gonna go. Have a good night.